Welcome to Banned America. This is John Block, your host, and today we have a bunch of crazy stories to talk about, especially regarding being banned from social media, and who I'm talking about is none other than James Woods, the famous actor who is completely a total savage on Twitter and has one of the best feeds, but apparently he has triggered Jack and all the other people at Twitter for the last time, and now he is banned. We'll also talk about other people that have been banned on Facebook this week, and that includes Louis Farrakhan, the terrorist sympathizer who's a crazy radical extremist left-winger, and others on the right, including Milo Yiannopoulos, Laura Loomer, and Joseph Watson. And according to NPR, these people are quote-unquote white supremacists. They later changed that headline, but NPR, it officially said, Facebook bans white supremacists and anti-Semites from platform. But they changed it because there was criticism from the right, and rightfully so. You know, these people, they may be a little out there. They may be what someone would call a conspiracy theorist, but that does not mean that they are crazy white nationalists. Now, I would say for Louis Farrakhan, on one hand, he is an extremist. He's a crazy Muslim extremist who has called for the destruction and murder of Jews, which is completely anti-Semitic, and thank goodness he has been banned. But then you see other people like Joseph Watson. What has he ever done? You know, what has he said that has been quote-unquote white supremacy? It just doesn't make sense. But thankfully, we have President Trump on our side, as well as Senator Ted Cruz, and they are standing up from the censorship, especially with James Woods, where President Trump tweeted, "How can it be possible that James Woods and many others, a strong but responsible conservative voice, is banned from Twitter? Social media and fake news media, together with their partner, the Democrat Party, have no idea the problems they're causing for themselves. Very unfair." And Trump is completely right to defend James Woods. And it's just disgusting that we have to worry about the people on our side of the aisle, like Laura Loomer and a few others. Yeah, they're a little out there. They're out there. But it doesn't necessarily mean that they should be banned for speaking their minds. It just doesn't make sense to me, in my humble opinion, and I'm someone who believes in the First Amendment. You cannot have any of the other rights in our Constitution without the First Amendment, and the second to guard that First Amendment. And it's very important, especially in a platform like Twitter or Facebook, where they hold an essential monopoly on the conversations and the content that's out there. We can't just simply rip that away from conservatives and assume that everything's going to be hunky-dory. We can't be doing that selectively, and they gave us a little olive branch with Louis Farrakhan. But we still have these other radicals, like these film directors and other people who have said completely graphic and disgusting actual hate speech that's condoning things like child pornography or other such disgusting things. And we really have to wonder, where is our moral compass, especially in our country where, you know, one side gets one set of rules and another gets another set of rules. How is that fair? How is that even allowed in the United States of America? This isn't Britain, where the Queen has dominion over the messaging. This isn't Soviet Russia or Venezuela, where there is an total destruction of free speech. There's a total ban, and here in America, we're seeing it more and more. So thankfully, we have people like President Trump, we have people like Judge Jeanine Pirro, and others who are not afraid. They're not scared to say, hey, this isn't just, this isn't right, and this should stop immediately. And many of these people are going to their own feeds. I mean, come on, you can't just go banning President Trump. What are they going to do? There will be riots in the streets. President Trump, he uses Twitter as his one communication tool to speak directly to the people. The people hear him, they know exactly what he's saying, and he doesn't need to hold back because what he says is what he means. And whenever he speaks and opens his mouth, unlike President Obama and President Bush and people before him, you know, there wasn't some little prepared speech that was like, oh, hunky-dory, it's all good, it's all fine. No, it's the truth. It's the truth. It's what they actually believe. It's what they actually think. And that's a refreshing thing, in my humble opinion. Just like James Woods, just like a few other of these people, like Milo Yiannopoulos. Remember when Milo got banned from Twitter? He said something about Leslie Jones and how she was ugly, and apparently that just triggered the hell out of Jack and all the people at Twitter, and they banned him. Yeah, I don't agree with him on everything, but yeah, sure as hell I've been to one of his rallies and been to one of his, I've been to one of his speeches on a campus in New Mexico at University of New Mexico. And what I saw was, a person that's a little out there, quite flamboyant, quite out there, but a conservative nonetheless, and someone who is touting the American patriotic messages that he doesn't even need to be touting because he's not from here. He's from the EU. He's not from the United States. But it's so great to see people that are liberty-minded, that are standing behind people like our president, like good Republican members of Congress, and we need everyone in our party. We can't be exclusive to one set of rules to one person and another set of rules to another, especially in our party. If they're touting pro-life, patriotic, free market, capitalist views, and they're not saying any hate speech, such as Ilhan Omar, which I have no idea why she hasn't been banned from Twitter, because she has said, call for the destruction of the Jews, call for Allah to shine his light and open the eyeballs of the Jewish people. And these anti-Semitic comments saying, oh, well, 9/11 was just some people doing something. You have to wonder, where the hell are the left when it comes to their rhetoric? Where the hell is CNN? Where the hell is MSNBC? Where's the outrage right now? We have people on one side of the aisle getting one set of rules, while the other side just gets to run around freely and frolic around in rainbows and unicorns. But God forbid, if there's a conservative out there that has a brain and a willingness to speak their mind on Twitter, they're banned. They're banned. So here at Banned America, we're standing up to people like that. And, this Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, this week he said, well, these people were banned because their speech was dangerous. If triggering Rosie O'Donnell once in a while is quote-unquote dangerous, then God help us. We've won 2 world wars. We fought the hell out of our country when it came to Vietnam. We did a hell of a job. We have been fighting in the Korea, in World War I, World War II, all these different successes. Yet we see a couple people on the left are dictating the entire messaging for an entire sector of that party. And people are just so happy to go ha he and go along with it. We can't have that. That's not what our country was founded on. And if one person can get triggered by a word, that's even scarier for the future of our nation. We have people like AOC and people like Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib, and we have Nancy Pelosi. We have these people that are placating to an extreme far left. They're going extreme, and everything is offensive nowadays. Everything's offensive. I believe that there are 2 genders, male and female, and they're given to people biologically at birth, right? That's now offensive because someone can be gender fluid or have 66 other genders, such as transgender, transmasculine, non-binary, and that's just saying a couple. Apparently there's like 86 genders out there, and that's the most important thing to them. Right now, fighting climate change is the most important thing to them. We've been talking about the climate changing for years. Remember when Al Gore was running for president and it was like 10 years from now we will all be dead? Well, that was 2005. It's now. It's what is that? 10 years? 15 years after that, and we see nothing. It's been 15 years and not a damn thing has happened. Our globe is fine. It's been fine. It's going to continue to be fine. And it's just disgusting to see these people like a Robert O'Rourke who is saying, oh, in 10 years, our globe is going to end. It's like, shut the hell up. Shut the hell up, Beto. or Robert or whatever the hell your name is, at this point, what are we even talking about? One side is far more important. It's far more important to them to have social justice than to have economic prosperity. And this week we see people praising President Obama's economic policy. Well, whatever happened to Solyndra? Where all those solar panels were thrown in the garbage because he invested billions of dollars into a failing company. How about that? But it's all Obama's fault that we have a booming economy right now. Don't give President Trump a single olive branch, not a single victory, because giving President Trump a victory is just too hard for them. They would rather see America fall than see President Trump do well for us. And they say, oh, well, he's offensive. He's a racist, bigoted, homophobic, evil man. It's like, excuse me, but look at all the people that go to his rallies. Like, I was in New York this past weekend, and I was at a pro-life, the Alive from New York rally, where there was a pro-life rally of people going there to watch Times Square live ultrasound, and it was amazing. But you saw people from all over the world. There were black people, white people, brown people, everyone. And there was people that were Trump supporters. One girl was holding one of those flags that's pro-Trump. And, these people are from everywhere. The people on the Trump side, the people on the Republican Party side, we are from everywhere. We are Americans. We work hard. We love our country. We love our God. And we love our rights. And we will fight tooth and nail to be able to protect them, and we cannot protect them if we don't have a First Amendment. So we need to make sure to include the people like James Woods, or people like Milo Yiannopoulos, who, sure, we may not agree with them all the time, but they're on our side. And these people are not radical extremists. These people are not like Rosie O'Donnell. These people are not like Al Sharpton. These people are just common folk who just have an opinion, and it's okay to have an opinion. In America, it's okay to have an opinion. Oh, well, that was probably the most offensive thing I've said today, right? Having an opinion is offensive nowadays. So we need to make sure to stick up for these people. Hit to Twitter, hit to Facebook, make posts, make videos, do what you can to say this is unjust. We can't allow these people to be banned because these people are our people. These people are speaking truth, and just because someone wants to speak the truth doesn't mean they have to be banned. So I extend my humble invitation to James Woods and Laura Loomer and whoever else wants to come on this show and talk about their experiences, because no one deserves to be banned. Everyone deserves to have a right to speak, even if it's offensive, because that's how America was founded, that's how America has continued to run, and that's why America will never fall, because we will not submit to censorship, and we will never submit to tyranny. So let's start with ourselves, and let's make sure to have our voices known, talk about the truth, and never be scared to tell someone, no, that's not right, and have a good argument based in facts, figures, and truth. All right, guys, have a great week. Thanks again for tuning in to Banned America, and we'll see you next Sunday. Take care. Bye-bye.